Morning and welcome to the video today. Let's get started. So this is all about starting your day in a powerful, intentional way, being more conscious of your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, your habits and stuff so that you get to create a life you love, so that you are working on creating a life you love and not just letting life happen to you, right? So let's go. The card I pulled this today is the Oracle's Gift. The Oracle's Gift. Now, I use Oracle cards and my pendulum and tarot cards to help access my intuition. And that's such a great way to start if you don't just like sitting meditating, or you don't receive downloads and bright ideas in the showers. That's not me either. So what this is about is we're talking about your second sight clairvoyance, seeing the future, fate as the future. You're not really seeing the future. This is just, I shouldn't even read stuff like that. There are so many possible timelines that we could go on, right? We make one decision, it's going to send us on one timeline. Another decision sends us on another timeline. So how can you predict something that's going to happen in 3 months when you don't know what decision you're going to make? So I don't believe in predicting. So let's just skim past that. When we ask for a sign from the universe, we are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe it comes from outside of us, right? Source, God. God is outside of me. I ask for guidance. God himself, way outside of me, can help me. I can't help myself, right? We want to know that, well, for one, God is within us. And there's a one consciousness that we can access. We can access that one consciousness. So all the information is always available to us. It's just where, for one, we don't believe we can access it. We don't understand that we are part of this one consciousness, Christ consciousness, or whatever you want to say. So we can access information also. It's just we don't believe it. We haven't practiced it. We haven't learned to trust it. We haven't sat and be silent enough to connect to it, or found ways to connect to it. And when I started doing these oracle deck cards and tarot cards, that's exactly, and the pendulum is what I was just playing with things. I will, when I lay I'm going to ask questions, I'm going to lay the cards down, they're going to give me answers, but it's coming from the one consciousness or my higher self, because we're all connected, giving me answers, solutions, suggestions that are the best for me, because that's what I intend, right? I intend to receive answers that are for the best of me and for all involved. So, and then I interpret it. I read the cards, interpreting it from me, my filter, my person. We ask for signs and look for a mystical reassurance that our mundane lives don't seem to offer. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that is already inside of us. Oracles show us myriad ways. Sometimes you see a billboard or hear a song, right? So when we ask for guidance too, I still believe in asking for guidance all the time. You can ask God, you can ask Source, whatever you call it, right? But it is still part of us. Or you can get to the point where I have pulled tarot cards now asking for my higher source. So higher source, my soul being. We all know that we have a soul, and our soul is, actually our body is in our soul. But when we come down to this earth, we have this physical body. And so, I'm kind of consciously thinking from this physical body, but I want to connect to that soul being that knows all the answers. So that's what I'm asking questions to, right? So that's how I think about. So I ask God, Source, the oracle, whatever, bring me answers that I may not know consciously. So I want to access more of my unconscious or more of my subconscious, and that'll come through. And that's, to me, it has definitely come through on my pendulum, using oracle cards and using tarot cards, because I also set the intention that is what's going to happen. That is a way I can access it. And I also, through journaling, like asking a question and then just journaling whatever comes up. And with journaling, whatever comes up, I started with, you are so loved, you are so beautiful, you are so loved, you are worthy, you are deserving. I just started writing things. And then more answers came through. And when it goes in you are, that means I know it's accessing from my higher self, from whatever, talking to my conscious physical self. When it says I am, that is more of me trying to understand my feelings or my blocks or my beliefs. So anyways, that's just kind of the way I do it. Today, trust in your own capacity to know what is right, to tune into source and be able to read the signs reflecting what is true and real within you. Let this oracle give you a gift of knowing that you are indeed on the right track. So remember, it's always, that's what they mean. The answers are always within you. But yes, how do we access it? How do I access those answers? That's been my pretty much lifelong question and lifelong learning. Okay, we're going to go to Parallel Universes of Self, continue our discussion about, last time I talked about when you're really charged, when you really, really want something, you got to bring yourself to a neutral state. Otherwise, you're always in the wanting, which means you don't have it. Neutral attention can be delegated by nearly identityless I am, effortlessly. So when you are, I am the person who doesn't have it, because you're asking so much for it, because I'm desiring it, I'm visualizing it, I'm seeing it, it's going to happen for me, I'm identifying, blah, 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 blah. You're really strong in, I don't have it. You want to get to the point where you want to get out of that. You want to get to the neutral state where more identityless. I can't say that word. You don't identify as a person who doesn't have it. You can get to the point where you, like meditating, where you just identify as I am. I am that I am. I'm here. I'm present. I am. That's it. No attachment to anything. As soon as you attach to a story, it makes it so. I am the person that can never have it. I am the person that's unworthy. I am, or even I am the person that is lucky. You can attach to that and become more lucky. It just has to be that soul, that true knowing belief, right? So it talks about you need to bring yourself to neutral, to that I am, just I am. And then all possibilities are available to you. What's amusing is that there are states of being in which you have powers to create anything you want pretty much effortlessly. But these states are also states in which you no longer are interested in creating anything. When people get into these deep states of meditation, being just in the blankness kind of the I am, just being I am, I'm just experiencing this pure, simple moment of being. And being so relaxed and so in that state, you don't need anything, you don't want anything, because you're not focused on that. You just focus purely on the being of it. That's what they're talking about, right? From a charged state and a fixed identity, you might desire fame and fortune. Where we are now, our physical being, our us with the ego. Oh, I'm going to come and relax, but I know what I want. I want fame, I want fortune, I want all this money, I want to do this with my life, I want to do that, just saying, right? With my life. You're charged because you're like, oh my God, I know what I want. You're not in the identity of you having it. You're in the identity of wanting it. You're in the identity of not having it at all, right? So from that state, it just tells your God, source, universe, you don't have it. And therefore, you don't have it. So it's more so coming into that neutral state. And then from that neutral state, neutral attention is not so much a beam, but more of an awareness and an interface between the non-dimensional infinity and the creation, dimensional creation. I'm in between. I'm just being with nothing. It's blank, right? Only when an identity is assumed or something is perceived. So when you assume an identity, I am the person who doesn't have it. Right there, that manifested not having it. I am the person who has it. That pure identity, and let me tell you, that's not just by saying it, that's by being and feeling it with every cell of your being. Then you will have it, right? But it's not until you've assumed the identity. So when we assume an identity of I'm not deserving, I'm not worthy, because that is who we've been for years and years and years, and who we truly believe deep down subconsciously that we are, then that just continually makes it so. So we need to get to that neutral. That's how important letting go of the old story, that's what they mean, and coming to that neutral state of I am that I am. I have nothing. I am not attached to anything. I have no identity. Therefore, I can choose a new identity. I can step into a new identity. And when I do, that will be so. No label is added to what is perceived. No label. No or nearly no reaction takes place. The information perceived by the silent witness is transferred to universal intelligence immediately. The observer, in a state of neutral attention, is neither attracted nor repelled by anything but solely directed to the will of I am. The more neutral attention one has, the easier it is to create and act deliberately. Because you're not holding on to the past. You're not holding on to a past identity. You're not carrying that past identity into the present and into the future. It is no longer you. You now can create completely something different. That's our work. Not saying it's easy, but that's our work. Something to ponder. All right, the blessing today. Take a couple deep breaths. It's a short one. Hand on your heart. What I want wants me, and I am open, willing and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. We're going to do this a few times. Breathe. This is our breathing today. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. As you go along, feel your body relax. Be in a state of just repeating and listening to these words over and over again. Be nothing, be nowhere, be in a state of nothingness, okay? What I want wants me, and I am open, willing, and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. What I want wants me, and I am open, willing, and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. I am open to receive. I know what is best for me. I trust the universe to supply what is best for me. I have it now. It is all available to me now. It is so. It is done. And so it is. All right. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I will see you in the next video.